Guys, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Timmy and I'm the creative director of Tom Fashion Empire. So if you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell. So guys, for all time subscriber and if you are new, this is a continuation of the video on how to cut and sew a wrap skirt. So there is a previous video where I shared with everybody on how to cut a wrap skirt, and in this video we are going to be sewing the wrap skirt together. So guys, let's get to work. So now this is my skirt. Remember, this is the front, it has two pieces. So I'm just going to do this now. So this is the right side out now. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up the back and place it on it this way. So making sure that it is right side facing right side. And I'm going to go ahead and sew my side, making sure I maintain the same seam allowance. Mine is half. So whatever your seam allowance is, you want to go ahead, place it together and sew it on this side and on the other side. So let's get to that. Once I'm done joining, this is what I have. The next thing I'm going to do now is to work with the fabric we cut for the M. That is the one we are going to be gathering. Remember, I cut 7.5 3 times. So I'm going to go ahead now and sew the three together first. So these are the three pieces. I'm just going to go ahead. Let me show you what I'll do. I'm just going to sew half inch together, making sure I place the right side on right side. So I'm going to sew. Now, if you are also going to be using three pieces as me, go ahead and match up the first two together like so. So, and you sew half inch all the way. So let's go to that. Join the first two pieces together. This is okay. Let me remove this. So now this is the first two pieces. Then I'm going to go ahead. This is the third, which is the last pieces for the gathers. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I mash up the right side to right side. Okay, so this is it. So I'm going to match it up this way, and I'll take it to my sewing machine and also sew the half inch all the way. Actually, I'm not using up to half inch. Mine is like quarter of an inch. So if you can maintain quarter of an inch, go ahead and use it. And if you can't, just make sure that you do not sew more than half inch. Okay. Watch the skirt. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to simply bring it this way. Remember, we are sewing it all the way, all through. So I'm just going to do it this way. Match up the sides, which is important. Then I'll bring it here and I'll go ahead and give it. I'm going to run a gathering stitch. Then I'll measure all this place round. Now note that we have notched this part. So whatever I measure from this place, that's from this place. Whatever I measure from here all the way, I'm going to multiply it by 2, which is what I'm going to be launching my fabric to, or gathering my fabric to. So this 20, this 23, 26, 30, 34, and this is 40. So that means I'm going to be gathering this fabric now times 2, that's 80. I'm going to be gathering this piece of fabric that we just finished joining together to be 80 inches. Let's get to that. Now I'm done running the stitch and I'm done gathering the fabric. So I'm just going to knot this part here so that it stick together. So you always, whenever you do something like this, always remember to knot it. Okay, so now I'm going to look for the other edge. So I've measured it as well. I have the total of 80 inches here. So the next thing now will be to go ahead and sew it on my skirt. Now this is my skirt. This is my skirt. So now you decide. I don't know if you are like me. When I wear wrap skirt or anything wrap, I always maintain knot it to my left side. So if you are like me, if you always maintain a side, or you can decide to change it to any part that pleases you, you can go ahead and not do this. But if you know that whenever you always maintain one particular side, so you can go ahead and do this. Now I'm going to go ahead and seal this part now. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and seal it because I want this place this way. So I'm going to go ahead and seal all the way here. I'm going to bring, making sure that the right side face right side, and I'm going to see it all the way. Now, if you look at this place, I'm going to make sure that it is not as full as the one that is going to show outside, because it is this one that is going to be inside. So now do the same thing too for yours. When you are making yours, make sure that the part that will be inside, that the gathering there is not that full, because you don't need it there. So you need the fullness at the part that is going to be outside. So let's go and see. Now this is what I have. I'm done. This is it. This is the hem, you can see. So it's a gather all around. So now the next thing I'm going to do is to fix the band. So for me at this point, this is the gathered fabric. So my band is going to start from here, not from here. It's going to start from this place. So this place I'm still going to bend it, but I want to fix my band first before I bend this place, so that I can go ahead and bend it with the hem once and for all. So now how am I going to fix the band? The band, like I said, is going to serve as the band and the belt. So I have two of this fabric. I'm going to go ahead and join the two. But let me show you how I'm going to do it. So this is the right side of, and this is another right side. So now this is what I'm simply going to do. At this point now, because the belt is going to have an opening here for the other one to be able to come out. So you may not get it now, but let me just explain. So at this point now, I'm going to go ahead, place your belt on each other, and if you are fortunate, if it is just one fabric, it's just that you are still going to need to create the opening manually. So now go ahead, place it on each other, seal half inch from one side and seal half inch from the other side. Let's get to that. Now this is what I have. You can see I seal the half inch here, half inch here. This is it. Now I'm going to go ahead and pick. So automatically this one, now I'm going to match it up with one side. Let me show you. Here is my skirt now. Here's my skirt. This is the part that is going inside, and this is the part that is coming outside. So it means that this place is going to be here this way. Let me show you. It's going to be here this way. Then by the time I wrap, take it round, then bring the waistband or the belt to this point, which is going to be inside. By the time I pull it in, I'll be able to remove it from here, then wrap it around my waist to come and meet this part to knot it. So now at the side that is going to be outside, at the side that is going to be outside, go ahead and match it up this way. You want to open this part up. You want to do the same thing too here, this way. So just go ahead and match it up this way. And you see, maintain that half inch all the way. And even if you can see it and not and maintain 1/4, fine. Just make sure that whatever you start with is what you finish with. So let's go. I'm not going to place it on fold. I'm just going to hold it this way, sewing the waist and the band together all the way on the waist. Remember, I said I'm going to be stopping here. I won't sew it with this gathered fabric. I'm going to stop here. The same thing applies to the other side. So I'm going to stop here. I'm not going to sew it all this way. So let's get to that. I hope you understand. Just pick up your belt, the opening area, match it up with the side which is going to be outside, and seal your half inch or 1/4 inch seam allowance all the way. Let's don't join in it. You can see what I did here. I stopped here, then I brought the seam allowance. I'm still going to weave everything, so I just want to finish and do my weaving once and for all. So now I brought the seam allowance that joint is the gathered fabric to the skirt. I brought it inside. Now I opened the side seam here up, just because I want it to match up with this piece. Then at this part, I just take it all to the back. I didn't open it up. Then I also stopped here. I took the seam allowance to inside the skirt, because, like I said, I'm still going to be bending this part here. I'm still going to do so. Now the next thing is, okay, before I forgot, so I actually top stitched this. So I've actually tried it on and I love what I'm seeing. But then this place opened up, so I had to top stitch it so that it hold the fabric down. Like I said, it's going to be an opening for the belt to come out. Okay. So now the next thing I'm going to be doing is this now. For this part, one belt is longer than the other, so, and I want them to be the same length. So yes, I've tried it. It doesn't affect. So the belt is longer. So I'm going to cut off the excess here, which is this. I'm going to cut off the excess. Now this is the excess now. So I've cut it off. Now the next thing I'm going to do is this. So you can go ahead if you want your belt to be straight. If you want it to be slanted, you can just go ahead and, let's say I want it to slant a bit, so I can just do this. Then anyhow you want it, whether it's going to be like this, whether it's going to be like this, just go ahead and do it. So you can cut it this way. You can go ahead, pick the other edge too. You want to make sure you cut it the same way. So I'm bringing it this way too, to cut it the same way. So I'm actually not measuring, I just cut off what I feel okay, it's okay. So Now this is what I have. So the next thing I'm going to do now is we are coming to the end now. Is to bring this one. Make sure the right side facing right side of the main belt. Bring it this way. You want to make sure you do the same thing. Right side facing right side. Bring it this way. Then you go ahead and seal it on your sewing machine. You maintain half inch all the way. You go ahead and seal it all the way, and you stop where you have this join in here. So I'm going to stop it here. So I'm going to do the same thing for this side and the other side. Let's get to that. This is what I have. I'm going to pick the other side of the bed. This is what I have now. This is it. So the next thing is going to be to close the band. So once that is set, you can now go ahead. The normal way we close bands, and if you're a newbie, it's just for you to just go ahead, taking that half inch. You want to make sure that you don't have extra fabric underneath it. Then take it the fabric, the half inch rather, then bring it this way. So you can use your office pin to hold it down so that the sewing is going to be so easy. Now, no matter what you do, make sure that this place, see, it must match up with this place this way. This place and this place, they must match up together. These points must match up. So before I start bending my band, what I'm first going to do is get my crease line here. Now this is the crease here, this point. So I'm going to go ahead and just stitch this place together, because by the time the belt pass through, if it is not stitched together, the band is going to open up, and you don't want it to be like that. So this is my crease line. You just go ahead, hold it together, and just stitch it together. Just hold it down with a stitch. So once I'm done with that, the next thing is now to pin it over. So yeah, I'm just pinning it. I'm just going to pin it all the way, pin it all the way. It makes it so easy for you to sew. So just go ahead, pin it. Make sure that you do not pin excess fabric from the front while doing this. So just go ahead and sew. So guys, this is my skirt now. I've bent the band. So after bending the band, the next thing I did was actually to try it on. So I noticed that the belt at this side was longer, so I reduced it so that it won't be too long. You don't want the belt to be too long, so I reduced the belt. So another thing I did was to weave it. If you see the inside, you see that it is weaved already. Then I did all the necessary points that I need to weave as well. So now that's that for the wrap skirt. It is as simple and as easy as that. So the next thing I'm just going to do is show you guys how I'm going to be rocking it. So I have I'm just going to rock it a little bit, then when I rock it probably and wear it out, then I'll make another video. So I hope you enjoy watching so far. So guys, this is it. You can see I'm just trying to wrap it around my body. So yeah, I haven't pressed it. I just had to quickly rock it and let you guys see how it looks like. So this is it. And this is it. It is at the back. So I hope you guys enjoy making yours. Thank you.